All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with Kody Eutsler Dukling here with me for a review, Eutsler Custom Knives, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this nice one over here. But you know what, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to like the video, because YouTube loves if you like the videos, and if you leave a comment down below, it's gonna be fantastic. Let's check this guy out. It comes with the certificate of authenticity with some informations regarding the knife. Of course, you got the knife and just like a anonymous padded velvety, fuzzy, nylon zippered pouch. And of course, you got this duckling right over here. Look at that. It's a pretty cool one. Let's check the size first. We got a 2.9 inch long for the cutting edge and 4.1 for the handle. And the overall length is going to be 7.1, 7.2 inches. So not a big one. In fact, check it out. Benchmade bag out and mini bag out. We are pretty much in the same ballpark of the kind of like the bag out, but smaller. For sure, bigger than the mini bag out. Let me show you a couple options here from Spyderco. You get to see the Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3 up here. And of course, you're gonna notice that we are pretty much, same realm of the Para 3, pretty much same blade to handle ratio. As you can see right over there. If you grab like a Chris Reeve knives, for example, this is a large Sebenza 21, this is a small Sebenza 21, you're gonna notice that the Duckling is kind of like in between both these pretty popular offerings from Chris Reeve knives. I also want to show you a couple of smaller knives just to give you an idea. For example, this is Enrique Peña Apache Mexican Blanket. That's another Chris Reeve knives Nandi, just to give you a perspective of the Duckling up against a couple of smaller options. And I have to give you some bigger option here. Look at this, barely fits the shot. This is the Kultrotex Varn 3. Let me show you another big boy because it's just gorgeous. This is the Custom Division Shirogorov Hattie Bronze. And come on, last one. Of course, Shirogorov Hattie Neon NL as well, Custom Division, just a little bit bigger than the Duckling. You want to see a couple more? Yeah, why not? I showed you this before. This is the Custom Void from Brian Nadeau, and it's a beautiful one, and it's a non-flipper, and this is a flipper. This is the Morpheus from Holt Blade Works. So that's it. I'm gonna stop boring you with this comparison, and I'm just gonna start showing you this pretty cool piece right over here. It's a titanium frame lock. It's made in US by Kody Eutsler. He's a custom knife maker. He's doing some great work. He is the guy responsible for the duck, which is great. It's gorgeous. This is the smaller version of the duck. It's not like a shrunk version, but it's like the smaller one. Like you have like small Sebenza, large Sebenza, you get the duck and the Duckling. This is the Duckling, so that's the small one. It's very, and I mean very well made knife. It's a very good knife. The price is going to be around $900 for this kind of configuration. But on the secondary market, they go for higher prices because they're really sought after, and the scarcity is mainly the reason why they go for more than what table price is. But that's fine because it's part of the game. It happens with many brands, many popular brands and models. So if you check the look on this one, you have a nice sweeping line right over here, and just the profile on the top right there. It's just gorgeous. Nailed it. Great design. I love it. The scales in this case are titanium with some pretty cool milling, which extends from, you see, around the pivot. You see, just raises, it's raised a little bit. And then you have like a central line of a central like a stripe of concentric radial lines, which are accentuated and denser on these two sides. These two kind of like brighter lines are just basically exposing raw titanium, because this part over here has been stonewashed and kind of like dark and like looks like blasted like it's darker, of course. You have some very cool chamfering, and look at the milling that it's like bleeding kind of like a little bit on the edge. It's gorgeous. You get some internal chamfering, you get internal millings. There's some nice skeletonization. You can also check out my maintenance videos if you want to see the guts of this knife. There is a very cool finger groove right over here, so it's gonna allocate your finger like that or like so, but I wouldn't do this. You have a nice titanium backspacer, which is zero blasted, matching the pocket clip right over here. The backspacer is covering the tip of the blade, but you see, like, the blade is the tip of the blade is kind of right over here, so I can touch it, you know. I can probably, if I just jam my finger, you see, I can touch it. So it is safe, but if you jam your finger like that, you can feel it, you can touch it, yeah. So nothing is gonna happen if you rub it like that, but if you just intentionally just do that, yeah, you might get bit, but don't do it. So that's just one tiny nitpick that I have. There's only another nitpick that I have. I'll check it in a second, but everything else it's pretty good. I like the finish to a point, like the zero blasted finish. It's I don't know. It's not my favorite, right, Clark? It's nice in some parts of the knife. I like it in this case because it creates a nice contrast, you see, with the darker handle and a little bit shinier and brighter combo, spacer, and clip. It works well because of these two stripes right over here, so it blends well in this case, but usually I'm not a fan of zero blasted scales like all the way. Just little accents are fine. So that's why in this case I think they're pretty good looking. Also, you have a pretty simple construction. Couple screws for the handle going through the spacer, and just screw it in directly into the handle. So just keep that in mind when you disassemble. Just be careful. And one pivot screw, of course. It's protruding just a little bit, not completely flush with the scales like these two are, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just there. The lock face insert stainless steel is screwed in from the outside, and of course it's sporting an integrated over travel lock bar stabilizer, which you can see from this angle right through the cutout right there. You have a very interesting if you see, like, this is the lock bar, there's no external cutout to ruin the design on the back. And on the inside, you have like a milled area right over here, which I believe it's where it was like bent this way, but very, very clean. So the design is kept intact even on the inside. So that's gorgeous. Really, really cool little detail. There's like a detent ball right over here, which looks ceramic, and very short detent ball ramp, which you can see from over here. It's very short, so the ball just, you see, has this, and then it's on the tag of the blade. And then you get tip-up carry only, dip carry, pocket clip. It's not reversible, it cannot mount it on this side, and it's nicely designed. Look at the very, very gentle ramps in and out. This is a gorgeous one. Nice relief here. The spring tension is pretty good. It's a very cool looking pocket clip. You see, this much knife is gonna show from your pocket, so it's a good one. And then you get this pretty cool blade. This is Magna Cut, so pretty high-end steel. There's no jimping. You get a little bit of swedge going on right over here, nice and good looking. And then this Tanto-esque blade profile with some belly right over here. And from here you have a straight edge up to the sharpening choil. You can notice that the edge just widens up a little bit at the heel of the blade, and you get this pretty dark stone wash finished. This is a flat grind. The sharpening choil is absolutely functional, but not so much, at least for like a finger choil, because you see this thing is sharp to the end, so this might get dangerous. So it's a little bit smaller for my fingers, maybe is good for you. Then you get a nice detail right over here. You can see a couple of dual thumb studs made out of dark tie, which are adding a very nice pop of color, pretty cool contrast. It's gonna look good. Look at that, that's pretty cool. It's a sterile looking blade. There's no billboarding, nothing marking the steel or the logo anywhere, and that I like it. It's very, very good. Pretty cool plunge grind, like in I would say like South African-esque kind of way. I like it. Reminds me a little bit of Thorborn, if you know what I mean. It's just like very gently made, but of course it's like a little bit different. From the sound department, this is what you're gonna get. So muffled, not loud. It's a gentle thwack, and a very subdued click when you just close the blade. Pretty cool. The weight also in the pocket of this fella is gonna be quite contained. There's some internal skeletonization going on. The stock is not too thick, so 3.27 ounces. We cannot complain whatsoever. There's also no hot spots that I can feel, like just squeezing the handle. It's just gonna feel good. A little bit, you know, the forward grip like that is gonna work well, but don't take too much advantage of the finger choil, because yeah, as I said, you might get cut. So just like that is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Or just the tip of the blade if you need of your finger, if you need to do some precision carving or something, just like that. But I wouldn't choke it up like this, so just like that. Also, the clip is nicely designed, low profile. It's gonna stay in the pocket well. It's a nice feel in the pocket, and it's very well made overall. I mean, nothing. There's no hot spots created here. Here, all the corners have been rounded off. Feels great in the hand. It's solid. This milling is adding a crazy texture, and it's grippy, not slippery. It's not gonna go anywhere. No gaps, no misalignment. The backspacer is perfectly lined up. Blade is centered. The clip, everything is well made. I was mentioning, you know, my couple nitpicks. One would be the tip of the blade a little bit protruding a little bit too much, but that's an easy fix. The second one would be the thumb stud, because from the feeling department, they are a little bit too sharp for my taste. I mean, they work great. You're not gonna, they're not gonna fail. You're not gonna fail with any kind of thumb stud opening deployment mechanism, but they're kind of sharp. So that's the only, you know, thing I can say, let's say, bad, which is not really bad about this knife, because of course it's running on bearings, and that's why you have like a free falling effect as soon as you disengage the lock bar. You hold it in vertical position, you're gonna have to break it in before it just drops shut, but just a little nudge and it's gonna drop shut. So it is a very, very pleasant action. I'm telling you, great detent, nicely dialed in, and just, yeah, this is a pleasant closing action, and of course a snappy opening deployment affair going on. It is a very well-made knife, guys. I am telling you, Kody Eutsler Dukling, pretty cool one. Looks good, sounds great, nice kind of gentleman folder, and also feels good in the hand. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.